Hey guys, Joe here, welcome back to my channel, and today we are back with another episode of FreeLanda, and in this one we're coming off a very good performance in Spain at the Volta Cyclista at Catalunya, where we came second to Egan Bernal, but after a very successful stage 7 where we dropped the likes of Bookman and Pogacar, we did jump into second in the GC. We also came fourth at Milan-San Remo, a very good result here. And so in this one today, we will be riding the Tour of the Alps. Of course, I have skipped the Ardennes Classics, no Amstel Gold, no Flèche Wallonne, and no Liège-Bastogne-Liège for Landa this year. Instead, we're going to build up to the Giro with the Tour of the Alps. So stage 1, and you can see it is a punchy stage. There is a downhill finish, and to be fair, not too much climbing involved in this one. Stage 2, and there is a big climb, but some way from the finish, and a big downhill again before a short climb to the line. Could be a good chance to attack on that downhill. Stage 3, you can see some longer climbs in this one, but again, it is a hilly stage like stage 1. That longer climb to the finish though could cause some damage. Stage 4, some longer hills again, despite it being another hilly stage. This is kind of in between hilly and mountains. I mean, that's over 10k surely, that climb right there. And then the final stage of the race, some big climbs to get over, but again, a flat finish after a downhill. So before getting into the race, let's take a look at our team. Of course, we lead the squad alongside Kwiatkowski. Mohoric is here, as well as Kevin Inkelar. Adding to that, we have Damiano Caruso, who challenged us in Argentina earlier in the season. Adding to that, we've got Kopecky and Palucci. Here we go then, underway for the Tour of the Alps. Very excited for this race, I must say. And let's take a look at our competitors. You can see Pogacar is here, Egan Bernal again, Simon Yates, Aran, some very strong contenders in the GC. And I think those 5 riders, Aran, Yates, Landa, Bernal and Pogacar, are kind of the 5 out and out favourites. Can't really see anyone else here that can really challenge for the win. So we've still got 60k to go, and you can see Mitchelton Scott pulling the strings on the front for Simon Yates. The breakaway up the road is coming apart, and you can see a lot of guys in this group are now struggling. This could potentially be more selective than I anticipated. So less than 30k to go, and we are now approaching these final 2 climbs. Very steep, and just 44 riders currently in the group. You can see it's still Mitchelton Scott on the front. I guess Yates feeling really good. I'm going to come right to the front. Don't want to kind of get lost to anyone else's attacks here, as you can see the numbers in this group going down all the time. Here we go then, coming into the climb. The pace has slowed, as you see. That's because a lot of guys are now struggling in the front group. And to be fair, I think this is our chance. Let's try a little attack off the front of this group. It's a vicious attack by Landa. Bernal is going to try and follow us. Let's just pace on 90. See where we end up at the top of the climb. So it looks like Bernal has caught us, but just 9 riders left in this front group. Kwiato going out the back. Let's stop pacing because we would like him to stay if possible. He's unable to at the moment though. And it looks like Sivakov, Landa, Bernal, Pogacar, Mohoric, Yates, Aran and Groschartner, the only ones left in this group. I think we may as well pace with Mohoric here, even though he potentially has a chance at the stage victory. And there you go, Kwiato is back. So just over 5k to go. Pavel Sivakov leads the peloton at the moment. Kwiato is just going to be able to hold on over the top of this climb, I believe. There you go, timed perfectly. He can now conserve some energy into the final 4k though. I think we may as well up him to maybe 99. Very good downhiller, of course. Let's try and keep him and ourselves right to the front of this group. 3k to go. You can see we can maybe sprint now with Kwiato, and Kwiato potentially has a chance at the stage here. I'm going to let him go. You know what? I'm going to let him go. Let's follow Sivakov instead. See if Kwiato can try and take the stage victory. And there you go. Looks like Kwiatkowski has it in the bag, I believe. Coming through the barriers. Again going through the barriers. But Mikhail Kwiatkowski takes the stage victory. Very nicely done by us, I must say. We'll finish in 5th position, I believe, behind Yates, Bernal and Sivakov. So in the end, it was just 11 riders in the front group. We let Kwiato's wheel go though, and he took the victory very nicely indeed. He goes into the leader's jersey Yates and Bernal took some bonus seconds. On to stage 2 then, you can see it is a big climb today, then a long downhill section and then a short uphill. Bernal, Pogacar are the 2 favourites. We're third on the list though, Aran and Yates here as well. You can see Quieto looking very, very nice indeed in the race leader's jersey. Hopefully we can get our hands on that later in the race, although today we have a -1 day. Here we go then guys, we've started the climb. Pace not too fast at the moment. As you can see, I am coming to the front with Caruso. I think we'll just sit in his wheel. He can go on maybe 72 for now. 99 riders still in the peloton. Big breakaway up the road as well, which has meant the pace has been pretty hard so far today. So still 8k to go on the climb, and it's Etihad with Dela Cruz and McNulty as well as Ulysses who have come to the front very aggressively. That must be for Tadej Pogacar. You can see they stop now. Let's just sit up. If Pogacar goes, I'll have to follow, but obviously a -1 day, we're going to try and play it somewhat defensively. So we're cruising over the top of the climb. You can see just 17 riders in this front group. Not quite sure what to do, to be honest. You can see Quieto is now in the group behind. We could potentially try an attack on this downhill, you know. I'll hold on for the moment, but that is something I'm definitely thinking about. So 32k to go. We've recuperated most of our yellow. I mean, the pace is still in this group. Let's just try a little one. I really don't think we're going to be able to get away here though. So probably worth just sitting up, especially as Caruso is just behind. Okay then guys, 15k to go. We're currently sat on Caruso's wheel. Quieto is now back in the group as well. Some guys from the early breakaway have attacked and they're looking for the stage win, of course. No one reacting at the moment from the GC group. I can't even control Caruso or Quieto, so no real choice for me at the moment. Let's just sit in and hope they get caught because they've got 40 seconds already at the front. Okay then, 7.5k to go. I have taken it up on the front. Quieto is now back in this group. He should be able to stay here pretty comfortably. They've got 1 minute and 15 seconds already. Oh my word, you know, I think they probably got the stage in the bag. Into the final 5k now. Caruso can pace on maybe 90. We can use our energy gel as well. It's Botta attacking from the breakaway. Caruso can just stick on 90 actually. Obviously we're not on the best day. Let's just try and sit here in the group for now. Watch Bernal and Pogacar especially. You can see the gap now coming down though below a minute. So 3k to go. Dunbar moving up as well. Let's put Caruso up to 95. Maybe we can go slightly faster very shortly. Oh my word, not quite sure how to play this. Oh, let's go down slightly with Caruso. We're not using too much red at the moment. I think the guys from the breakaway are going to be caught here. I'm going to sit on Pogacar's wheel. I think he's the wheel we want. You can see it goes downhill very slightly, then uphill to the line. Let's try and stay on Pogacar's wheel into the final few hundred meters. Sprint for it now with Landa. The guys who attacked have now been caught. Do we have a chance at the stage? Coming through the middle, it's Aran, Bernal and Pogacar, but I think it will be Pogacar. No great surprise here. He beats Bernal, and I think we'll get third place, picking up a few bonus seconds ahead of Aran and Yates. So a big mountain today, but no real gaps in the GC in the end. Very cautious by most of the main players indeed. We got third place, picking up a few bonus seconds. Good to see Quieto as well, finishing in the front group, although he has lost his leader's jersey despite being on the same time as Bernal and Pogacar. We're in 5th place. So then we move into stage 3, and it's a very short one today, just 106 kilometers. You can see quite a lot of climbing despite it being just a hilly stage. This final climb I think could be quite tricky. So Tadej Pogacar is the favourite and we're in 2nd place. My word, still 70k to go in the stage and just 26 riders in the peloton. Crazy tough stage so far as we have a full right behind us. But only Quieto and Landa looking like they have any yellow left at all. Okay then, just 15k to go in the stage. I'm very worried about this final climb, I will be honest. I expect Pogacar and Bernal feeling a lot better than Landa in this one. And you can see it's very steep in parts, very tough climb. So 10k to go on the climb. I'm going to try and marshal things with Quieto on the front. Just 20 riders in the group, as you can see. Very worried about Pogacar and Bernal in particular. Let's just go on 75. Don't want to push the pace too much with Kwiato because we're not on our best day and this climb looks very, very difficult. Here we go then, 7k to go. We've got an attack and it's Simon Yates, Pogacar, they're all going. We need to up the pace right now with Kwiato. Try and stay with these guys. Try and take Grosjean's wheel. It's very, very difficult. Oh my words. So tough. Massive attack by Yates. Bernal unable to hold the wheel of Simon Yates. I did not expect to see that. Let's try and protect us with Kwiato. Let's try and pace on 85, but with 6k to go, let's take position in this front group of just 6 riders. Bernal, Yates, Pogacar, Grosjean alongside Landa and Kwiato. If we were feeling better, we could send one of these riders up the road as Rivera, Aran and De Bassi come back in. Let's go on 85 with Landa. Try and push it on this section of climbing because then it is almost flat to the line and I think we've got enough energy here. So 3k to go. Everyone managed to stay in the front group of those 10 riders. Just 3k to go. Let's use our energy gel. Not quite sure how to play this. I think we're just going to try and sprint for it with Landa. In fact, let's try and put Kwiatkowski in our wheel. I don't think he's really feeling good enough. I thought he could sprint for it, but he's not going to be able to, I don't think. Let's lead everyone in with Mikel Landa. Pace on 85 up to 99 to the line. Kwiato can sprint as well. I don't think either of us are going to take the stage though. Tadej Pogacar looks like he will. Tadej Pogacar takes the win again. Yates second, Grosjean in third. We get 5th place. So Tadej Pogacar is picking up the bonus seconds at this race so far. Another win for him. We get a top 5. You can see the front 10 riders almost 3 minutes clear of anyone else. If we take a look at the GC, we're still in the top 5 and so is Kwiato, so a few cars to play going forward. On to stage 4 then, and another relatively short stage, 133 kilometers, another hilly one as well, but to be honest, this climb is more of a long or short mountain, a much longer hill, so yeah, I think we could potentially try and attack on that if we're feeling good and then take it into the downhill section, but again, Pogacar and Bernal will be the big favourites. So worth noting that we're now officially a co-leader alongside Michał Kwiatkowski. I think the final stage is quite mountainous, but there is a long downhill and flat section to the line if I'm not mistaken. So perhaps Kwiato could be our man. Right, so as I say that, Kwiato, 2.5 minutes down. What is he doing? I think he went to get water and he's been caught in a group behind. I mean, what is he doing? So we have 2k to go on this climb, just 30 riders in the front group. Kwiato struggling a lot today, it must be said. He got caught behind earlier trying to get some water, trying to keep Mohoric over the top, but he looks very, very tired and I do want to keep this pace up as we crest the top of this climb. So look at how much we're stretching things out. You can see Mohoric is now done. Caruso comes straight to the front, pace on 85 if you can in this very, very steep section. Back down to 80. Kwiato, just rest in this group. You don't need to try and protect me. 19 riders are all that remain in this front group. Very, very steep. Caruso can push it over the top into the downhill section. A very decent downhiller. 76 downhill. And you can see 9 riders remain in the front group. So I didn't actually notice at first, but Simon Yates was actually caught behind. He is in that group behind. They are going to come back on, I believe, but worth pacing whilst we can. So we have reached the final climb of the day, 10.5k still to go. I'm trying to come to the front with Mohoric on the front. Unable to do that at the moment though. Let's try and come to the left hand side where there is some space. There you go. Kwiato not really feeling it today. He can just go on automatic. Let's go up to 75, really try and push it. 9.5k to go. So 5k to go on this climb. I do want to make sure I'm trying at least to put Bernal and Pogacar in a little bit of difficulty if we can. We do have 4 riders in this group, even though Kwiato not really helping much at this point. Dunbar gone out the back, so only Sivakov, I do believe, left with Bernal. Not even sure if Pogacar's got any helpers, not that I can see. Mohoric is now done. We'll put Caruso up to 89. 3.5k to go. I'm going to try and attack on this climb, I do believe. So look how much we're stretching this group out. 16 riders remaining, but a lot going out all the time. Caruso doing a fantastic job on the front. As soon as he is done, maybe this could be the moment, you know, 2k to go, Caruso putting in a last little acceleration. Mikel Landa now on the attack. It's a strong one as well with 1.5k to go. Pogacar immediately tries to come onto our wheel. Of course, the current leader of the race. Let's pace on 85 now to the top. You can see Pogacar unable to join us. He looks like he's cracked. Oh my word, we can put this up to 90. Really try and push this. We've got a 45-second lead on Pogacar and the rest of the peloton at the moment. This could be huge. Massive downhill, 18k still to go. And then of course we do have an uphill section as well, but this is a massive opportunity. So I'm really trying to conserve some yellow on this downhill section. It's not quite as technical as I hope. We need some more corners just like this to try and conserve some energy, but we have 1 minute and 20 seconds on the chasing peloton. Pogacar, Bernal, Uran, Yates, Sivakov in that group and more. Here you go, 8k to go. We do have a short flat section, then an uphill section. I'm not sure if this is going to work. To be honest, I could have done with an ally in this group to help us relay. But here we go into the uphill section. Not quite just yet. 6k to go. So into the final 5k comes Mikel Landa. Let's try and go on 85 on this climb. Our lead is coming down. You can see just 1 minute. Inside a minute now. Sivakov helping out Bernal, being an absolute hero for him. And I don't think we can pace like this to the top. Trying to go as fast as we can up this hill. But we have literally no yellow left now. 55 seconds though. Sivakov, maybe he's done. If we look behind, you can see it's Grosjean pacing currently on the front. No attacks from that group behind. We have 3k to go. Can we go 75 to the line? I'm unsure. Very slightly downhill. So let's try and push this up to 80 if we can. Mikel Landa, what an attack. You can see Pogacar has been dropped. Oh my word. Let's go up to 99 into the final kilometre. We're going to win the stage. A fantastic victory from Mikel Landa. What a ride. He takes the win. We're going to go into the leader's jersey, I do believe. Bernal second. We've got Grosjean in third. And Pogacar is going to lose a bunch of time today. In the end, we gained 46 seconds on the other GC contenders. Definitely a very good stage, a beautiful win. But Pogacar does get the same time. I'm not joking, there was a clear gap between him and the group ahead. So if he does win, I'm going to be annoyed now. But anyhow, in a very good position now, 40 seconds ahead of Tadej Pogacar, Bernal in third and Yates in fourth place. So the final stage of this year's Tour of the Alps is a mountain stage, 145k, and you can see 2 climbs, the second one slightly longer, then again a long downhill and a flat section to the line, kind of similar to yesterday's stage to be honest, just the climbs are slightly longer. Tadej Pogacar is the favourite, but to be honest, after yesterday's performance where he clearly struggled, I think we've got to be the main favourite again. So as we get a look at Landa in his leader's jersey, looking very nice indeed. It's a -1 day, not the best form or the form you'd hope for after taking the lead of the race. Let's hope we can hang on to it. Okay, we've entered the first climb of the day. I'm not really up for pacing too hard. Obviously being on a -1 day, Caruso can sit in our wheel I think, but 13 riders up the roads and they look like they'll compete for today's win. So as you see, we're currently on the final climb of this season's Tour of the Alps. I'm expecting a big attack by Tadej Pogacar pretty soon to be fair, because his team have been pacing all day long so far. However, instead of letting that happen, I have decided to come to the front, pace on a relatively steady tempo of 70, 72 now with Mohoric, and you can see just 23 riders in the peloton. Expecting more to go out the back, and Ulysses is struggling, few more guys as well. Caruso is going to need to take over now as well. So again, Damiano Caruso doing a fantastic job as Kevin Rivera goes out the back as well now. He can go down to, I think, maybe 65 now, Caruso. And again, just 9 riders in the peloton. I can't see any domestiques in this group, bar Pavel Sivakov. So it's an absolutely stellar job by Damiano Caruso today. Just 8 riders in the peloton after all the climbing, just a downhill and flat section. And we look pretty safe to now win the GC. Although saying that, we have an attack from Tadej Pogacar. up to 99 immediately from Damiano Caruso. He used that tiny little uphill section. Let's come to the front, take position in this group. Make sure we stay with these guys. And Uran and Sivakov have been dropped momentarily at least. Caruso does the job. We bring in Tadej Pogacar. Let's rest up in this group now. Try and conserve some energy with both Landa and Caruso. So next man to try something is Simon Yates. And he's pretty dangerous, of course, 4th place in the GC, 48 seconds down. I will happily let him go. Don't think he'll really survive on this flat section coming up, so no need to worry at this point. Here we go then, and just 6 riders in the peloton. Does look like Bernal has been dropped. Not quite sure why Bernal has been dropped, but he is behind at the moment, as you can see. I think we dropped him on that downhill section actually. Very, very surprising indeed. Simon Yates is up the road, so I do need to be careful here. I'm going to increase the tempo of Caruso. I just can't see him surviving out front this long. We'll put Caruso up to 90, and you can see his lead is only about 20 seconds as Pogacar now on the attack. Oh my words, we can't have Pogacar gaining time on us like that. Caruso up to 95. Pogacar overtakes Yates as well. As soon as Caruso is done, I may attack up to these guys as Giovanni Carboni takes the win from the breakaway. What a ride by Caruso today, keeping us in touch with these guys. We're going to fly past Tadej Pogacar and try and sprint for the line, and we are safe. We're going to win the GC of the race, finishing ahead of Yates and Pogacar in the end. So it was the breakaway and Giovanni Carboni taking the win today, but that wasn't what was important. We hold on to our lead in the GC and we win the Tour of the Alps, showing our strength ahead of Tadej Pogacar, Egan Bernal and plenty of other potential Giro rivals. Bernal took the sprint competition by a single point ahead of us, and we were just 1 point ahead of Pogacar in the end. We were also second in the KOM competition behind Tadej Pogacar. He also took the youth jersey, and it was Team Bahrain McLaren taking the team classification. So a fantastic build-up race to the Giro. We look in fantastic form, and we're only getting better as we head into the Giro d'Italia. As you can see, we'll be in 100% by the time that final week comes around. Should be alright for tiredness as well. And of course, in the next episodes, we will start the Giro. And worth noting, we're only 2 points away from level 31, as you can see right here. And we should get that when we head into May, just before the start of the Giro. And that could potentially give us some more stat boosts before the race. Finally guys, if you enjoyed the episode today, do drop a like. That really helps the channel out. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. Tell me what you thought in the comments below. And I'll see you guys at the Giro d'Italia.